let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. The field's alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk thought.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the special trade deadline edition of the Sully Squad. We got a lot to get into. Dave Dombrowski made a few moves this morning. The Phillies added Luis Ariz. How do you say his name? Ariz? I always mess it up.
Ariza.
Yeah, Ariz, and they also added a relief pitcher.
Blake Rowley.
Well, yeah, that was the guy from the Mets. They got a left-handed pitcher from the Mets, Rowley, who's pitching really, really good.
ERA of 146, 40 Ks, or 138, I should say.
Yeah, and then the Phillies also got from the Giants in the Ariz trade. They got relief pitcher Caleb Killian. Now his numbers aren't that great, but he supposedly has a power arm. He had a couple bad outings, I think, against Colorado, but other than that, his year has been decent. And I think he's under team control for at least like the next, I think, 4 years. So, on its surface, I like what the Phillies did. The only thing I don't love, the prospect they gave up, Marquez. And again, you can't really worry about prospects because it is what it is. But he's highly regarded, 20 years old. Single A though, but supposedly he's got a really good changeup.
Yeah.
This team's trying to win. My main concern though, especially after the Dodgers go out and get Scooble, my major concern is that I keep checking my phone because the deadline just ended five minutes ago, but it looks like they're the only moves that we made. And I'm sorry, I don't want to be Debbie Downer because I do think Ariz is going to help. Not good enough, dude.
No, it's not. It's not.
Not good. Not good enough. And the other thing, you bring Ariz in, and it's like you have to move everybody around. Like Bryce has to go to right. You're moving Bohm to first. Bohm sucks at first. Stott is a really good defensive second baseman. You're moving him away from second to move him to third. And Ariz is having a good year defensively at second base. Then, it's fucked up. All this moving around just because of Trey, because you don't want to move Trey Turner. Meanwhile, Trey Turner's one of the shittiest shortstops in the league. So, I like them. I like the move. I'm not going to say I don't like the move, but to me, it's like it's too little, too late. It's you know what it is. It's like the Phillies needed an SUV that's good in the snow, right?
Mm-hmm. I know where this is going.
And they went out. They got an SUV that you could put some shit in the trunk. The fucking shit blows in the snow. It doesn't serve your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like
where you got the wrong battery. Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Yeah. But Eddie Prather says Ariza's weakness is defense. He can't hit. Yeah, I like the move. He's leading the league in hitting right now.
He struck out 21 times this season, where you have Schwarber 34, Bryce 28, and Trey and Stott 22 times. I like the move, but like you said, too many moving around. I would have rather seen I hate this fucking place, Boom, get traded for another third baseman.
Well, nobody. Problem is nobody. See, the problem is they just don't have any leverage because no one wants them.
True, and I'm excited for that. But boy, everybody is ticked off about the Dodgers. But how can you not be? You can't be mad at the Dodgers because they're doing what you're supposed to do. Unlike your teams like Colorado and Cincinnati, they're making all this revenue, but they're not paying to get those star players, And they just not only Tarek Skubal, they just got Bubik from the Royals. So they added some major depth to the pitching. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like pick their poison,
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Eddie Prather asked if Ariza can play first base. I mean,
He can. He can.
Yeah, he or DH, but I don't know if you want to move Schwarber out of the DH because then you'd have to move Schwarber to left. But yeah, I mean, maybe they'll tinker with this a little bit. Maybe
I think they should.
Maybe instead of playing right field every game, maybe Bryce plays right field, say 4 or 5 days a week. Maybe plays first a few days, and maybe Schwarber plays a little left. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do it, but. But again, the point is, on its surface, I like the move. He is the kind of guy they needed in the lineup, but doesn't change the fact that you really needed a right-handed bat. Now Byron De La Cruz has been hitting the ball.
Yeah, how about that, man? You went through a good game yesterday with him. He's got some pop in that bat, and they finally brought him up to have him show what he's all about,
Yeah, but you wonder if it's just his Linsanity run. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's playing good now, but eventually it's going to go back to the mean. But I don't know. And then I feel like they really needed to get another starter too.
Yep.
But
Robbie Ray went to the Padres.
The Padres got Mize too. So
seconds later, yeah.
The Padres get Mize. The Padres got Mize, and they got Clay Holmes
and Robbie Ray.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Padres got Mize and Robbie Ray. The Cubs got Clay Holmes and Gossman, and the Phillies didn't get shit because we could have used another starter. So,
how about Forrest Griffin going to the Guardians, dude? That's a big. I have him in fantasy. That kid can play.
Yeah, I just like. I don't know, bro. I mean, we needed a right-handed bat. We needed a low-end fifth starter. I mean, now you're basically praying and banking that the version of Andrew Painter that you got the other night is the guy you got going forward. And I don't have any confidence in that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Mm-mm. Couldn't agree more.
So, but anyway, I mean, I don't know. What's your thoughts as far? I mean, did they when I look around the league and I see what the Cubs did and I see what the Padres did and these teams that are, you see what these teams are doing that we're competing with. Because right now, I think if the season ended today, I think the Phillies play the Cubs in a best of 3 in Wrigley Field. And I have to be honest, I don't know if I'm liking our matchup.
No.
It's not. It's definitely going to be a tough one, especially playing in Wrigley.
Yeah. I mean, you asked me, am I satisfied? Nah, they just like you said, Joey. They didn't get the fifth starter, and you got Mr. Nola serving up meatballs pitching tonight against the Nationals. I mean, and a right-handed bat. But just like you said, you're putting all your chips on the table for De La Cruz and Rincon, but that's just hearsay. I mean, and fill-ins. But we didn't really get what we should have got, just like your White Sox, like you said. They got everything, the necessities that they had to address, which we did it, but we didn't have it. We didn't knock it out the park, so to speak.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what though. Like, how would you like to be like a Marlins and a Nationals fan though? I mean, the Marlins and the Nationals, there's two teams. They both have a chance to make the wild card,
Yep.
and they both sold. Like you brought up Foster Griffin. Nationals also gave up Luis Garcia, who's having a hell of a
Who went
year.
to the Yankees?
Offensively,
Yeah.
went to the
Mhm.
Yankees. And then the Marlins traded their catcher.
How about that dude, Liam Hicks? Man, I was shocked with that to the Rays.
You know
They
what?
just
They're not. I guess they are not serious about winning.
Yeah.
Neither of those teams are
No.
serious about winning. And again, looking at it from Phillies' perspective, yeah, you got a Reese. You hope he can make a big difference in the lineup, but honestly, bro, I feel like it's a waste of time, and especially if you don't re-sign them. Like, imagine you bring the Reese in,
It's like a loner.
in, you either don't make the playoffs or you lose in the wild card, and meanwhile, the young kid that you traded, 2-3 years from, he's 20 years old, 2-3 years from now, he's a solid second or third starter. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, man. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're trying, you either try to win or you fucking don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just like Wheeler with the Giants, and then goes to the Mets. Like that story I sent you, and then he gets Tommy John, he gets cut or released, and the rest is history. But yeah, I mean that seems to always fall into our pockets with that shit. Guys go on elsewhere and they shine. From football, basketball, baseball, you name it. It is what it is.
Yeah, and then how about some of the other moves in baseball? I mean, you had the Orioles.
Traded Rushman. Yeah.
Yeah. Rutschman goes to the Red Sox. The Red Sox.
Taylor Ward.
Yeah, the Red Sox beat out the Yankees for him. And that's another team like the Orioles. Like, 2-3 years ago, actually, like back 22, 23, Orioles fans, Orioles, you had all these young guys coming up, the killer minor league system, they had a couple good years, and now all of a sudden now you're already starting to sell some of them away. Like I read an article that the Padres were asking about Jackson Holiday. Like, no, I mean, nothing happened. Maybe they were just asking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, now I don't know if they would trade him, but point is, though, it's like, and it's shit like this is probably, we're not even going to have baseball to talk about this time next year. Well, maybe this time next year, but maybe it's just starting. I mean, I don't think there's any way that Major League Baseball starts on time next year. I mean, it looks like we are going to a major work stoppage, lockout, and it's I mean, they have to do something. But you know what gets me? When Phillies fans like look at what the Dodgers did and they're like, oh, something needs to be done. Bro, a salary cap is actually terrible for the Phillies, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about it. The Phillies can't draft. They can't develop. Most of our team is guys that we bought off of our payroll. Like the minute there's a fucking salary cap, all of a sudden it becomes extremely important to draft, extremely important to develop. And, I'm all for ripping the Dodgers, dude. But the bottom line is, though, the Dodgers do have a lot of good prospects, and the Phillies don't.
Yep. You got to give to get, and that's something we can't do. But, they spend that money and all that other stuff. They might be so far in the luxury tax, but they don't care. They want to win. It's go win now or go home,
Oh, Phillies did make another minor move. Jason Stark posted 3 minutes ago.
Okay.
They traded right-hand pitcher Seth Johnson to the A's for outfielder Colby Thomas. I have to admit, I have to look. I have no idea who Colby Thomas is. I
I
apologize.
went to school with him. You don't remember him? We went to school with him. He's awesome.
Yeah, didn't we drink some 40s with him? I think we
Yeah,
drank some 40s with him.
yeah, yeah. Never heard of him. But yeah,
You know why? You know why I never heard of Colby Thomas?
why?
Because he's hitting 202 with 4 homers, 11 RBIs, and he's got 23 hits.
Oh man, he's lights out, bro.
Yeah, so that's why I never heard of Colby Thomas. Well, hey,
Yeah.
shit, yo, we got our outfielder, bro.
Yes, we
Break out
do,
those
man.
World Series. Break out those World Series tickets.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Yeah, and on the road, he's hitting 159. So
Oh man, yo, that's lights out, baby. That's where it's at, baby.
Colby Thomas. Wow, what a banner move by Dave Dombrowski there. So
Way to go, Dave. Way to go.
yeah, so I mean, we did add a Reese who's leading the league in hitting. So that was a good move. I like the 2 relief pitchers. They were good. You didn't do Dick for a starter, and you didn't get an outfielder. You got a fucking outfielder, a young kid. That's now, in all fairness, he's young. I mean, maybe they like his potential, but 25 years old, he looks like just a guy to me.
I was hoping they get the kid from Colorado, McCarthy, but once again, the fan doesn't know anything.
Well, now I guess post trade deadline, you still have Andrew Painter, you still got Gage Wood, so you still got those arms. You traded the number 4 prospect. I mean, that's all they really gave up. So they really didn't quote unquote gut their minor league system. I guess if I'm looking at it, if I'm trying to be positive, which it's hard for me to do because I think Ariz helps the lineup, but I just don't think the move is a needle. I don't think it's enough of a needle mover myself. But if we try to be positive, the lineup is better today than it was yesterday. You did get, you do have a guy now at the top of the lineup, because Crawford has been hitting the ball.
Yeah.
So Crawford's cross. Yeah, I agree with Maurice Wright. The Phillies need the Phillies need a jack.
They need
Phillies
a
need an Asian player. Someone get Paul Spencer a bat. Although he's a Braves fan, so fuck. But I was gonna say get Paul back. Come on, Paul. Join the team.
What happened? I got a question for you. What happened to Rafael Marchand? I haven't seen anything. Did he tear his knee up?
I think he's hurt.
I know he's hurt. I remember seeing the game, but I don't know what kind of injury he has. But yeah, we got Mr. What is it? Lights Stubbs. Come on, man. Gotta do better.
Well, I mean, bro, Marchand was hitting 102, so
I know.
Like, we're not shit, man. We don't have Marchand. We might get. Yeah, he's hitting 102 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. He had 9 hits.
Oh wow, that's like
9 hits, bro.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. But all in all, they got the series, 4 game series against the Nationals. I mean, you don't have to go against Forrest Griffin now, so.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you know what? Let's wait. Let me another comment here.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Maurice Wright says need a sweep on the Nationals. I know the Nats sold, but I'm not see. I don't see a sweep. I hope for. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll hope for a sweep, but I mean, I hope for 3 out of 4 to be honest. I mean, because the Nats, that Nats lineup's pretty good. My
youngest went down to the game tonight with her friends. So
All right. So let's look. All right. So let's look ahead here. Let's look ahead. The Phillies schedule. So, all right, like you said, all right, this is actually a big week. You got 7 here. You got, like you said, 4 with the Nats, and then you got 3 with the struggling Toronto Blue Jays, and then a week from tonight, you have a big series in St. Louis, a big 3-game series in St. Louis,
okay.
which is huge, actually. So, all right. So in the next 7, what is the Phillies record? What are we looking at? And how big of a difference tomorrow night and the rest of the week is Ariz going to make to this lineup?
I'm going out there 5-2.
5-2. Okay. All right. Nola pitches tonight, right?
Yeah, Mr. Meatball.
So what is it? It's let me look at the pitch. So it's Nola tonight. It must be Luzardo tomorrow.
Yeah,
Nola. So it's Nola, Luzardo. Then
Sanchez.
no,
Oh
then
no, bullpen.
no, then Painter. If
Oh,
Painter-
I'm sorry, I forgot Painter.
All right,
Forgive me.
so you got Nola, Sanchez, Painter, and then you have. I'm sorry, not Sanchez. Nola, Luzardo, Painter, Sanchez, and then you have the week.
Wheeler.
You got Wheeler, Nola, Luzardo, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You know what? I'm going 5-2 also.
Oh yeah. What's up, Paul? They renewed the rivalry, Joey. I forgot to send it to you. USC.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, Mia, make sure you check out Paul on College Football Frenzy Friday night.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
go Irish.
Yeah, man.
Definitely let's go Irish. And on a football note, supposedly the Irish's quarterback looked like
Or
people were saying he looked the best out of all the quarterbacks in the Manning camp when the young kids went a couple months ago or whatever it was.
you bring up a good point with the Manning camp. He was so spot on. Manning let him run the show. That's how legit, spot on throws, everything was crisp. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, just like Paul said, he is nasty. And, with a year under his wings and, this team's stacked. I mean,
Yeah.
they lose Jeremiah Love, Jerry and Price, couple defensive guys, and offensive linemen as well, receivers, Malachi Fields. But all in all, they're a team to watch out for. No sugarcoating it, no half stepping. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I got to admit, I think they hired the right guy in Marcus Freeman. Myself, he's doing a hell of a job.
He knows. I think the three of us said it. He knows how to get through to the players, which is kind of hard in today's football. But he knows how to approach them, how to talk to them, and sees what they have, what they don't believe they have. If anybody can agree with me there. But yeah, I mean, he brings out the best in you, and that's what a lot of kids need,
Yeah.
So, I mean, from offense to defense, the team's stacked, man. It should be exciting again this season, So, I would love to go out to see Miami, Notre Dame. That would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I can't wait for football. So yeah, make sure you check that. Make sure you check that out.
Absolutely.
Paul Spencer says 13 5-star recruits.
Oh, absolutely.
Defense is going to be elite. Yes, Freeman is a recruiter, a mentor, and he holds people accountable. Best we've had since Lou Holtz. Maurice Wright says quarterback camps are where you see who's who and who's really good. I had coaches offering all kinds of deals to me at Berwick, colleges, and other high schools.
Yeah, Maurice played QB, so he knows, But yeah.
Yeah, so But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna say
5-2 as well. Okay, bud. All
yeah,
right.
I'm gonna say 5-2. I'm gonna look. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be positive. Say 5-2. All right, here's a little tidbit.
Yeah.
Here, you know what? Maybe it's worth it to take a swing on this kid, Colby Thomas.
Uh-oh.
Colby Thomas was the Athletics' #3 prospect last year. He just hasn't had any success in the majors. So, you know
Yeah.
what? Hey,
Bring
man,
them up.
maybe change the scenery. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Change the scenery. I mean, hey, Seth Johnson wasn't showing anything here, and if nothing else, trading Seth Johnson protects Mattingly from constantly. How many times does Mattingly bring him in, and next thing you know, the game's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, all right. Well, then, like I said, interesting trade deadline. Big Phillies week coming up. Um, you know, in the coming weeks, I mean, we got Eagles at training camp.
Yeah.
Haven't can't remember another year where obviously, like, you and I are football heads, and most people are, most nowadays. Can't really remember a year where I wasn't so jonesing for camp, but a few interesting things. I mean, you know, so far, it seems like the defense is ahead of the offense from what they're reporting.
Yeah.
But some of the beat writers were saying Jalen Hurts had a really good day today. So we'll see what happens there. I guess the biggest scary thing right now is the new defensive end Grenard. Having the pec injury. He's going to miss some time, but sounds like he's going to be right for the regular season. At least we
It better
hope.
be.
And then the big news for the Birds this past week is Jalen Carter getting the bag. The Eagles re-up Jalen Carter, and then once again, Howie Roseman, best GM in football. And Jeff, you got to give credit to Jeffrey Lurie, best owner in football, for paying all this money up front, because they broke down Jalen Carter's contract, and it's not above $12 million until, like, I think I read, like, 2028 or 2029, something like that.
29.
29. Yeah. So, the way Howie structures these contracts, I mean, it's really not going to hurt the Birds, until then. And then let's keep it real. If hang on, I got a comment here. Maurice Wright says that Jomo was going to kick ass. Watch. I hope so. That's Sean. Sean's been talking him up since they picked him in the 7th round.
Yes, I have, man. Diamond in the rough, baby. Can't count out those guys, man. They're hungry, especially him. All the spotlight goes on Davis, Jordan, and Carter. This guy comes in, and he's doing just as much as those two, if not more. But
yeah, so I was going to say, Fangio was saying, the Eagles got to pay a Jomo. Fangio loves him. I mean, we'll see what happens there. I mean, if I'm a Jomo's agent, to be honest with you, though, I'm probably telling him to bowl the hell out this year and pull him Williams. If it's me, you know what I'm saying? But,
absolutely, you have to, Joey. Couldn't have said it better.
But then again, though, Sean, on the flip side, for every Milton Williams, there's the story of Byron Evans. Remember Byron Evans back in the day? Byron Evans.
I know.
For any younger Eagles fans out there that are younger than me and Sean, the Eagles had a middle linebacker Buddy Ryan drafted him.
Yeah.
And then he was here, in the Kotite days too, like 92, 93. Well, 94, he was in a contract year. He was having a great year. He was due a huge contract, and he blew out his knee at the vet against the Cleveland Browns. and he never got that big contract. So so I guess for like I said, for every that's the thing with football. For every Milton Williams and certain guys that bet on themselves, there's the story of Byron Evans. So I mean, hey, maybe a Jomo reads that type of story and they can sign him up early. You know what I mean? Yeah,
That
Maurice
was
Wright.
terrible.
I'll never forget that dude from the Bears. What was it?
Wendell Davis
Yeah,
blew out both his knees.
Yeah, he ripped up both his knees on the same fucking play, bro.
It looked like the guy that shot Ricky in Boys in the Hood. The way he went down, bop bop, done. And I'm like, what? I think I was at your house, or maybe I was home. Who knows?
You know what? I think you were at my crib. I think we were watching it with my grandpa down in the basement. And yeah.
And we were like, did he just blow out both his knees? And sure enough, what a shame. But like Maurice said, and everybody else who's ever been to the vet, total shit show.
It was, but it was our shit show. And I'll tell you,
yeah. Memories, man, memories.
I believe. And listen, it's a damn shame. I hated seeing the players have to play on that shitty turf, but I will say, they had more of a home field advantage at the vet than they do the Link. I mean, the Eagles are a really good team, which is why we have a home advantage at the Link. But I'm saying, guys used to be afraid to play at the vet, bro.
Remember the game? Since we're on top of it, the Ravens Eagles.
Oh yeah, that's on. Yeah, the first
John Heimer. Who was it? The head coach for the Ravens. Brian Bill's like, no, we're not playing on this, and he lifted it up. He's like, you can't play on this. It's like playing on concrete.
Yeah, this is a good one. Maurice Wright says the first rap song he wrote mentioned Ricky off the Boys in the Hood classic track. Nice, man.
Oh,
so, yeah. But anyway, I mean, training camp getting started. Trade deadline. We'll see what happens with the Phillies.
Hunt is having a good good camp too. Don't forget him.
Who is?
Jalix Hunt.
Oh, dude, yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
he is disruptive in that backfield like you wouldn't believe.
Well, that's another thing we'll get into in the coming weeks. You look at next offseason, bro.
Oh, it's a lot of guys. I know where you're going. Got to get paid.
Jalix Hunt. If Jalix Hunt has the year that it looks like he might have, Jalix Hunt's going to make some major paper. So you got Jalix Hunt, right? You got Cooper DeJean, and you got
Mitchell.
Q. And by the way, you talk about drafting and development, bro.
Yep.
The 2024 Eagles draft might go down as like an all-timer, dude. Because imagine if Jalix Hunt keeps developing into a Pro Bowl player. Just in that draft, you drafted 3 Pro Bowl defensive starters between Coop, and Jalix Hunt. I mean, you talk about knocking it out of the fucking park, bro. No wonder they won the Super Bowl. And think about it, and not just that, but then getting Saquon as a free agent in the same offseason. I mean, what a home run, man.
Yeah, and a little quick tidbit for everybody that likes AJ Brown out there. He has a dislocated thumb.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he had a hurt vagina.
Well, that too, but the dislocated thumb added to that. So
you know what? I shouldn't say that.
Oh, why?
No, I was gonna say that's disrespectful to vaginas when you think about it, bro. Them joints are powerful. You know what I'm saying? But AJ Brown does whine a lot. I mean, good luck with Drake May up there. When do they have the joint practices? That's coming up in a little bit too, right?
Yeah, you got the Ravens first one,
Uh-huh.
and I got to get back to you on the other two. I know it's the Jets, and I think it is the Patriots too. So,
All right.
but
Yeah,
when
well,
I don't
look.
know.
Yeah, they
So,
definitely do. Hang on, let me look at this. Eagles,
so
Pats, joint. Let me see, joint practice. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, man, we'll be getting all right, August 19th and 20th.
okay.
So, all right. Well, anyway, well, listen, man. I think I think we're going to do a little abbreviated show tonight. Because we'll get a lot. We'll have a lot more in the coming weeks. We got
Absolutely.
Hall of Fame games coming up, right, Sean?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that what is that? What Kenny? I think I read Kenny Pickett's. What is it? Carolina and who? Kenny
Yeah,
Pickett.
Kenny Pickett's QB1, man. Watch out, man. Small hands Pickett, baby. Lights out. You know it.
Yeah. So anyway, so thank God football's back. We'll be back next week. We'll be back next week, and we'll have some more football to talk about. Maurice Wright with another comment. He said the Eagles go against some good wide receiver tandems. The secondary will be tested. Definitely.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of that secondary, Reek Woolen supposedly looks as good as
he's
advertised
looking good,
before.
man. Yep.
I think Cooper DeJean has been lining up at safety, so we'll see. At a lot of times, so we'll see what happens there. But hey, man, so hopefully the addition of Ariz really changes this lineup.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week to give that a little talk. Hopefully the Phillies have a nice 7-0 week, but if it's 5-2, we'll take that. And we'll have a little bit more Eagles training camp next week. So, Sean, like I said, man, I'm going to wrap it up, dude. I actually want to watch the Phillies. And have a great week, everybody.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on a second. Mike Papernick says, how about that big right-handed bat we got? Great moves, Dave. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it earlier. I mean, it is what it is, but let's see what Arise and the other additions do, and let's go.
Maurice Wright says, trust me, guys, they're going at Q. And
he's up for the challenge, baby.
Yeah, and Mike, like Sean, yeah, Mike says they're going 3-4.
Okay.
Sean and I don't think they did enough. We like the addition of Ariz. Rise. I like the bullpen. I like the two bullpen guys they got. Neither of us feel like they did enough. I'm curious to see as to what you think. Because to me, you needed that right-handed bat, and you needed another back-end starter because one 6-inning start out of Painter I'm not trusting.
And even Nola's 5.5 innings. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get the Nola that was 1-0, but they lost Nola, or the guy that's going to serve up how many meatballs the night before you go, Joey? What are you feeling? How many meatballs? I'm saying 2 for Nola. He's serving up.
Yeah, Mike Papernick said Phillies did nothing outside of Ariz. Yeah, I agree. Although I disagree as far as I wouldn't. They didn't do enough. I would say
they should have. They should have addressed more.
The left-handed pitcher they got from the Mets, he's a little old. He's long of
38.
Yeah, but he's getting lefties out, and they didn't have that. So I think he'll help. He may be able to get a couple lefties out in a big spot. So I like his addition. The guy from the Giants, I'm okay with him because I really don't want to use Kerkering in big situations. I think Kerkering shits the bed constantly. So maybe the guy from the Giants can come up. So I think those acquisitions are hidden or hidden good acquisitions, and Arise will help the lineup. But again, I don't think it's enough. Mike Papper Jr. says Philly should have went all in right-handed hitter Hunter Goodman.
Yeah, but like me and Joey said earlier, what do we have to give? That's the key question. I know it. Everybody would love that, but I mean, the prospects we have isn't what the Rays and the Dodgers have, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, but
Mhm.
anyway, we will have more to talk about next week on this stuff. Hey, listen. Hopefully, Ariz comes in here, continues to lead the league in batting, and everything goes smoothly. But
Mhm.
I am not banking on it. But hey, one can hope, right? One last one. Marie says Bryce needs to show up. Totally agree.
Yep.
Although
Absolutely.
I will give him some credit for going to right field though, because I mean, and hopefully these guys are on base for Harper and Schwarber, and they start doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
So, but anyway, go
Go
Phils,
Phils, baby.
go Birds. Hopefully the guys continue to look good in training camp. Hopefully no injuries, and we'll see you all next week. Have a good
See
one,
ya.
everybody.
Later.
Game on, game strong, let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. The field's alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats with